nightmare. Right in the fucking head.
Okay! Welcome to the finale of Let's Play Resident Evil 2 on Nightmare Mode. And I have completely erased the commentary for the rest of this LP! It is gone! Unsalvageable! Never to be heard from or seen by anybody! You know, it's kind of not that big of a deal because there's only like 20 minutes left in the game and it's the end, but you know, this is my first time playing through Nightmare Mode and I didn't know how many bullets it would take to kill the final boss or what they would give you once you beat it, so all those reactions to what happens will be lost forever. So I'll try to remember what I was thinking or what I said when those parts come up, but yeah, so my LPs are always live commentary while I'm playing the game, so this will be the first video ever, hopefully the only one that's in post, that's done in post after the fact.
All employees to the bottom platform.
Fourth try, this was epic. Oh, and as you can see, I'm doing a masterful job against Tyrant right here, dodging everything. And this is my fourth attempt straight away after dying 3 times against the bastard. And I said to myself, I was saying to myself, I think I have a strategy, I'm gonna try it out. So this part was epic because I was doing so good. I was talking so much shit right here. This moment was so good. It hurts me that I deleted the audio by accident, the commentary. So all these attempts were in one sitting. So this fourth attempt was right after the third death where I got my ass whooped really bad and I was depressed and I didn't know what was going to happen. I was really worried. And I thought up a strategy which is kind of like dodge not so wide when I go to dodge, to kind of run to him and brush up against his right side when he goes past me, because if you go wide he kind of can hit you on the back end of his swing. And it worked out perfectly. I don't think I get touched at all. No strategy guide, I didn't stop, I went right into it, right into the fourth try. I was just juking the hell out of this guy.
Here, use this!
And the rest is G-Virus Let's Playing history. I mean, for me, this is like the most epic part throughout the whole Let's Play, because I died the third time, thought of a strategy, made the adjustment, and it worked 100%. Got the rocket launcher, and it was a wrap for this guy.
You lose, big guy.
Boy, did he lose, too. He lost in a big way. Ah, yes. Classic splatter. Very satisfying. A job well done. Well done. Yeah, look at me. I'm just walking around all that stuff. I was talking shit. Look at that. Yeah, I was so proud of myself. So proud. But I think I was worried about, because this next part, I was really worried that I didn't have enough health. I mean, enough ammunition and whatnot. Because all I had was that submachine gun, 2% of a clip, and 1 rocket launcher. And, you know, in Nightmare Mode, it takes more ammunition to kill the enemies, the normal enemies and the bosses, so I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen. I didn't know if I'd have enough ammo to get the job done, so I was probably saying right now, well, at least I have saves that go back a bit so I can re-roll the dice on how much ammo I have later on in the game. And I was really worried, so this part was tense right there. And yeah. You know, also I remember now, I was worried about and planning out a strategy to get to the panel that releases the, what the hell is it? It's like a barricade or security gate thing that blocks off the train that you gotta hit the switch to, but you gotta get past a bunch of zombies. So that's why I'm equipping a grenade launcher. Now how many rounds did I have on that thing? I didn't even see. But I was like, oh, Hopefully, I think I have one. I was like, hopefully this will be enough to get me past all these bastards, and I won't have to use any excess ammo that I'm gonna need for the final boss. So this part was tense too. Before we even got to the boss, we already had a tense moment, so to speak.
All employees proceed to the bottom platform.
Yeah, I dodged the living shit out of those guys. I only got grabbed once with all those zombies around. I only got grabbed once. And I don't remember if I could grab to get on the way back, but I don't think I do, because I think they're all pushing at once. Now look at that. That's not bad. Only grabbed once. Didn't even use any ammo. That is nice. I was really, everything was going pretty good at this point. I was feeling really good about the rest of this, about the events that were going to come next. I was like, okay, things are looking on the up and up. I was going back right here to the item box to grab a whole bunch of health, and I think I was going here to save too. Like I think I was saying to myself, I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of health, so I don't have to do that fight. Oh yeah, because if I died here, this made it even more tense. Because if I died on the final boss, I'd have to go all the way back and fight Tyrant again and do all that crap. So I was gonna grab first aid, the rest of my remaining health items, which is a couple first aid sprays, I think, and I was gonna save, so I wouldn't have to do all this over again in case the final boss killed me. And I can't save. There's no time for that. So I was like, what? I was like, oh man, I'm in trouble. I was like, I am in trouble. I was yelling and stuff. I was like, oh hell. So this made this point right here even more interesting. I grabbed the handgun in case it would come to that. In case it would come down to the handgun. So I was pinning my last hopes on that handgun. That hopefully, if worse comes to worse, the handgun will be the final nail in the coffin. And yeah, I sat through a whole bunch of cutscenes, so enjoy those, you know. You could tell I was worried if I grabbed the handgun just to be safe. That piece of shit. That's a pretty cool looking train though. Ah, Leon, the Miracle Man.
Leon!
Stay down.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
Oh hell no, I would have been like, lady, that's your problem. My job is done. I'm off duty.
My goddess protected you. It will always be with you.
Jeez, Claire is such a feminist. All this talk about goddesses and stuff.
Claire. Sherry.
I'm almost certain I was talking shit about how creepy Sherry looked.
What was that?
Sherry in the cutscene, she looks so scary. I mean, I don't know what it is. Her pupils are too big or something. It's just really weird. I don't know. They could have definitely did her model better. Oh yeah, I was having Claire. I was bringing up a point about how Claire has to go investigate it while the big strapping man sits back and waits.
The emergency system has been activated. This train will detonate. Repeat, this train will detonate.
No! What's wrong with this thing?
I don't know. The door won't open.
I don't know, Claire. Guess you're stuck out there. Make the best of it. Well, I stay here with Sherry, nice and safe, while you're out there. Who knows what could snatch you up out of here and on these train tracks, but you figure it out. I've done enough today. I'm off duty. Leon's ass. Yeah, I've been right here. I guess I was praying or something. I don't know. Trying to figure. I don't know what I was doing here. It is what it is. That's all I got. I was probably going over what could happen, what might happen, what I need to do. I remember I made vaginal jokes here, like if Satan had a vagina, that's what it would look like. A vagina with spikes and bloodshot eyeballs. Yeah, and then I pulled out that rocket launcher and pounded that vagina, so to speak. Then I whipped out the submachine gun and let her rip. I think I was screaming at the top of my lungs as I was shooting that submachine gun in true action movie fashion, because a lot was on the line. And there it was, ladies and gentlemen, Nightmare Mode finished. I did not see it going that smoothly, but it did. I was saying so much stuff here. I know I was saying a lot, but I just don't remember. This is the 39th video. Best believe I was happy to finally be done. 2 scenarios. Raccoon. I was so done with Raccoon City at this point. I was finished. I was like, it wasn't that bad. I seriously thought I might not have enough ammo. I guess a rocket launcher and a full clip of submachine gun ammo was more than enough, because I forget the percentage, I don't know if I show it, but I definitely didn't need the whole 100%, man. Man, I was really relieved at this point. It's good stuff. Yep, really shocked, because Nightmare Mode enemies take more damage, they need more ammunition.
Warning.
So I was elated.
Activated. Each train compartment will detonate.
So happy to be seeing this.
What?
Leon, stop the train!
I can't. The door to the control room is locked.
What is it?
It's a big mutated spiked vagina. Maybe that's being too blunt. I don't know.
Claire! Where are you?
Claire on top of the train here always reminded me of Speed.
Don't give up, do you?
Sherry! What are you doing?
We have to stop the train, right? I can do it!
Sherry! Persistent, aren't you? Well, come and get it!
Leon had to have known he was screwed. I mean, come on.
Which one's the right switch? Maybe this one?
Look at those eyes, damn it!
Sherry! Claire!
Oh, those eyes are just horrible. Soul piercing, my god. My god.
Over there! Got it!
Finally.
Are you okay, Sherry? I'm okay. Where's Leon?
The way she says Leon is classic.
Right here.
The way she screams
Leon!
it.
You're both safe. Just die. We've got to get out of here. Move it. Go!
Thus ends William Birkin, killed by his own self-destruct device, or train detonation device. Poor bastard.
That was a close one. That was pretty
He knew it was
impressive
coming
back
too, that's
there.
why his little mutated eye got all
Nothing.
dilated. Classic.
I saw someone do that on TV once.
Bullshit. That was too much stuff to just narrow down to one thing you
Now
saw on
what's the
TV.
problem? Is something following us?
Hey, we still have a job to do. Let's go.
Go? Oh, you can't mean.
Chris, I have to find you.
Oh my goodness. Cue the generic rock music. Yeah, I do not like this end theme. I just don't. You know, it's just, not only is it unfitting, it's really, really generic. I don't know. I guess it fits. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't like it. Try to give it any credit. But yeah, let's play Resident Evil 2 on Nightmare Mode for the Sega Dreamcast. Oh gosh, it's over. Man, the whole saga is over. I can't wait to upload this and finally move on. But yeah, it was an epic end. And it was just, trust me, this video would have been way better if I hadn't deleted the commentary for it. That's probably my biggest Let's Playing fail thus far. It's just a damn shame. I was really upset when it happened. I was like, you know, because I've watched Let's Plays, other people's, and when people lose their commentary and stuff, it's like, oh, I was saying to myself, well, that'll never happen to me. I take too much precaution. And technically it wouldn't have happened, but my computer took another crap on me, and in the process of transferring over files and backing stuff up, somehow my audio commentary, because it was new at the time, I forgot all about it and didn't bring it over. So that's how it happened. You know, I could have just gone back and, because I have the save files, I saved 3 times, so in case anything like that happens, and in case commentary gets deleted, I could just go back and redo it. But a lot of elements of surprise were here, and you know, because I didn't know what they'd give me at the end, I didn't know how many shots it would take. I just felt it was unnecessary at this point, just to describe my surprise. So because this is the end, I kind of figured I would just, you know, do some post commentary instead of live, instead of going back and doing it live. But you know, should this happen again with any other LP, I would just go back and, you know, redo it. You wouldn't even know, unless it was something like a blind LP where, you know, I couldn't fake the element of surprise and stuff like that. I would just do it in post, so that's kind of what it is. Since I couldn't fake the elements, since there were so many elements of surprise stuff, and, you know, a big part of the video was the fact that I didn't know if I'd be able to beat the boss with what I had, and I didn't know what they give me. It was kind of just like, oh, I can't fake that, let me just do it in post. Let's see, they give me a grade of average when I just played Resident Evil 2 historically on its hardest difficulty setting. It doesn't get, when it comes to Resident Evil 2, this is its hardest difficulty setting ever. You can't get harder than this unless you're looking at like a mod or something like that. And they give me a C for beating it in under 4 hours, considering what I'm up against. You would think the rating system would be a bit skewed or something. And they give you nothing for beating it on Nightmare Mode. Basically, they give you nothing. I was expecting the game to just open up and just shower me with goodies. Just shower me with goodies, but nope. Nothing at all. I was like, wow. Yeah, well, that pops up. You could play another. That's the EX Battle game. Extreme Battle Mode or whatever. But that's on the GameCube port, the DualShock port, and PS1. That's out there. And then this popped up. I was like, oh, they do give you some. I was freaking out right here. I was like, guys, what is this? What is that? That is anime style Leon and Claire right there doing cheesy Japanese anime poses, cliche Japanese anime stuff. Claire and Leon. I was freaking out. Like, that's awesome. So I think it's some kind of code. I still haven't checked to see what that code is. I have no idea. I have no idea what that code's about. And I'm probably gonna cut this part out, but I was just doing some talking right here, and then I went to the extras real quick, the specials, to see if I unlocked it, because the Dreamcast version has a lot of extras like artwork and stuff. It has a lot of artwork and character models and stuff, and I went and took a look at that. I took a look at the gallery and see if there was anything special or extra in there as 3D models. I don't think 3D models were there in the beginning, so I think 3D models were added and stuff. And I was looking at that, you know, yep, Leon and stuff. I remember there's some zombie models, but I'm not going to show all this though. But yeah, you know, I'm not going to, because I didn't look at all of it though. I just looked at some of it, so I'll probably just do a separate video later on about all the extras that the Dreamcast has as far as the extra artworks and character models. But stay tuned, because this video is not over. I'm going to present my final thoughts on the mode in Resident Evil 2 real quick, and then I'm going to do the headshot montage, because we were blowing heads off left and right. But right now, it's time for Let's Play Resident Evil 2 Final Thoughts. Okay. My final thoughts on this LP, Resident Evil 2, and Nightmare Mode. Here we go. Resident Evil 2, classic game. My second favorite Resident Evil game of all time. Not going to tell you my first. I plan on doing all the Resident Evil games as far as Let's Plays are concerned, so you'll find out one day. But Resident Evil 2 is definitely up there, and depending on how I feel, it sometimes gets bumped up to number 1, because I was very young when I played this, so the nostalgia level is very high. But on most days, this is my second favorite Resident Evil game. With that being said, an opportunity to play this game again and have a new experience with it, with Nightmare Mode, was something I was really looking forward to. And I just couldn't wait to get this LP going, and I had a blast doing it. Coming into it, I was hoping that the layout of the enemies would be changed, because that would provide the most difficult and new experience for me, seeing as I know this game very well. I also expected the enemies to be harder to kill, and myself easier to kill, and I found that out to be true within the first 10-15 minutes of the game. Now, I went into this mode knowing nothing about it, and I also expected ammo and items to be rearranged a bit, but that wasn't the case. Items being rearranged is an option for other ports, and I think for other modes in this particular port, but not on Nightmare Mode. The items seem to be where they usually are. And also, the enemy layout was not different. It was the same, and much to my surprise, they give you less ammo. By 2, I believe. They give you two rounds less than you would normally get in the game. So I had 2 things working against me. The enemies were 3 things. The enemies were harder to kill, I was easier to kill, and they give you less ammo. You know, all in all, I can see myself in the future, if I ever want to play Resident Evil 2 again, I'll be playing it on either the GameCube port or the Dreamcast port, because I think the GameCube port is the most beautiful looking port out of all of them. Like, the models look great, the colors look great, everything's rich, the frame rate is great. But the Dreamcast port has that Nightmare Mode, and I can see myself definitely, if I ever play Resident Evil 2, just, you know, for nostalgic purposes, I'll be firing up that Nightmare Mode to see, you know, if my skills are still intact. Because if I played this Nightmare Mode of, like, you know, one time through for prep, and then did this LP knowing what's gonna happen and how things were, after one time I would have been able to go through it easily. But yeah, Nightmare Mode, I like it. Could have been a bit harder, but it's still the hardest difficulty you can play this game, and I appreciate it. It was great. Definitely had a few technical difficulties throughout the LP, not necessarily when recording the game or editing. It was more around the actual computer itself crapping out a few times. But, you know, I got it up as fast as I could. Was a bit busy here and there. But all in all, this wasn't the most frustrating LP I've done so far. I think one of the Dino Crisis games owns that title, and will keep it for a while, hopefully. And the times when I was enjoying the LP the most was in the beginning, I believe, Leon's scenario, and whichever part has the parts where you're going out of the police station and going into the lower levels and getting to the lab. That's when I was enjoying the game the most. And yeah, had fun with this LP. This LP right here, Resident Evil 2, has gotten me so many subscribers doing this thing on Nightmare Mode. So I'd have to say this is my most This is the LP I'm most proud of because it got me. I hit the 100 subscriber mark somewhere in there when I was uploading these things. Right now I'm like at 150, I believe. And you know, Dino Crisis. I was noticing I was getting comments about Dino Crisis, and then I would see that those people had subscribed. So I think Dino Crisis did have a share of those of the subscriber jump as well. But Resident Evil 2 definitely, Nightmare Mode definitely helped out the subscription count for me, and I appreciate that. I'm forever grateful to Resident Evil 2. Hopefully the next entries in the game will be able to do the same, but there's no crazy modes. I'm not stupid. I know the fact that it was like, you know, one of the few LPs about Nightmare Mode, you know, helped the fact that I got the views that it's gotten. It has the most views out of any one of my LPs so far. And I'm not stupid. I know why, because it's Nightmare Mode. It's like the only LP of Nightmare Mode. There's definitely playthrough videos of Nightmare Mode, but there's no LPs. But yeah, very grateful to Resident Evil 2. And now, it's time for Let's Play Resident Evil 2 Headshot Montage.
Hey, it's up to us to take out Umbrella.
Oh, what the did I just get a decap? Look at... I'm not mad at that headshot. Can't afford to waste bullets on you. I'm trying to... Enough. Your suffering is over. Oh! Shit! Good shit. Oh! Yeah. Oh! A lot of headshots going on here. Oh shit! That was close. Yeah, not waiting. Yeah. Oh man. But nope, couldn't get it. Damn. Good shit. There we go. Oh! Haha! Oh shit! Claire! Damn! Thank you. Yep. Look at that shit! Well, okay. There we go. Nice. Look at that. Damn. And there it is. 80 headshots achieved in Let's Play Resident Evil 2, courtesy of the G-Virus. Thanks to my subscribers, and thanks to the people who tuned in and left feedback. Stay tuned for more LPs. This is the G-Virus. Out.